guys, it's Bianca and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a very interesting one. Let's just give an introduction of the brand I'm going to be speaking about and the tea and everything that you should probably know about this brand before you purchase from them. So many moons ago there was a brand called Glow Cosmetics. They were extremely popular. I think their first initial facility or shop or salon was based in Umhlanga, so quite a nice part of Durban. And so Glow Cosmetics was pretty successful, I'd say, until one day a client peeled off the sticker of her Glow Cosmetics branding and found that it was actually a cheap Chinese import that she had stuck her branding on top. So there's nothing wrong with importing makeup. A lot of people do. It's usually called private labeling, where you would not be involved in any of the production and manufacturing of the product. You would just import it, pray and hope it's good, and then stick a label on it. So a lot of people do it. It's like pretty normal, but it's not their product and it was advertised as their product. Especially because obviously it wasn't manufactured with their branding on it, so it wasn't in any formal way in their hands. They just imported it, slapped their logo on it, and pretended that it was theirs when it was in fact a Chinese import. So that's the first thing. That was the first scandal, but somehow she managed to bounce back and avoided a lot of how do I put this lightly, lawsuits, and then rebranded completely to Perfect Shade Cosmetics. So I was always fascinated about this brand, just purely because the results that you see online are absolutely incredible, to say the least, borderline photoshopped. And I didn't want to buy full price products because usually when I do reviews, or if I'm curious about a brand, I usually buy stuff on sale. So if they have like Black Friday stuff, so that at the end of the day it's not like a complete waste of money. So let me just bring out my invoice. I bought Perfect Shade Cosmetics on the 8th of December. That's when my order was confirmed, and I only received it yesterday. So yesterday was the 23rd of December. So it took about 2 weeks to get here, which is, I mean, it's okay. They did say and stipulate on the website that delivery is 7 to 10 days. So I waited about roughly 2 weeks for my order to arrive. And on the website, you get an option to order some samples of like their primer, powders, and foundations. So on the website, I will attach a picture here. This is supposedly what the samples would look like, and I kind of did not receive that. I kind of just got like some ratchet, like sample little containers that don't have any of her branding whatsoever. And then one thing I will mention is that her brand is Perfect Shade Cosmetics, but the packaging and the labeling says Shiloh Beauty. So I'm not entirely sure if that's just like the umbrella name and then her cosmetics is her line. I'm not sure. Anyway, so yeah, this is practically what I received. I just got little containers with handwritten stuff on them, which, I mean, in an ideal world, I would have preferred to have some form of branding and the like foundation type, because she has many different foundations on her page or on her website, so I'm not actually sure what I'm putting on my face or what coverage it is, or what is it, matte, is it dewy, I don't know. And also these are actually paid samples. Like these samples that you see here on her website, they're worth 250 Rand, and then at the time they were marked down to 99, but she had a discount code so that you could get free samples. You could get free samples, which is cool. But if I paid 250 Rand, or even if I paid 99 Rand and I received samples like this and packaging that looks like I'm in an art store, like I would be pretty pissed. Shipping was 99 Rand, which is pretty hefty for Fastway. I was like, Fastway shipping, since when did they charge 99 Rand? Anyway, so I'm gonna sample it on my skin first before I put it on, and the only reason I say that is because the whole reason why I actually bought this brand was because someone posted, and it was a Durban branch, someone posted that they had a really bad reaction to the foundation and they just didn't react well with it, and they went for a refund and then they never issued it. So I was like, okay, I need to review this brand. Like, what is going on with them? What is happening? Why do they have such a bad rep? Like, I review makeup all the time. You guys know I review the good, the bad, the ugly, the overhyped, the underhyped. Like, I do a lot of reviews on my page, okay? So I thought it was only fair to get my hands on this brand that I've always been curious about. And this is not like an exposing video. Like, I'm not here to expose her brand when it's like pretty much all online. Like, that's the articles that you see online is pretty much done for me. So this is not an exposing video. But if this video does reach them, I know that I'm gonna get like a DM or something, or like a threat to sue, which is, anyway. So I received the light one because obviously you guys know I'm very fair, and none of these foundations are matching me. So I received the shade Latte, Light, and Fair. So the only one that is matching me right now is Fair. All the other ones are pretty much for skin tones a lot darker than mine. So this is the Fair one, this is the light one, this is the Latte one. So I'm like, in what world is this fair or light? This is like borderline olive undertones, like deeper skin tones. You could probably pull this off on someone who's very tanned. But I'm then going to also do the primer and test on the primer. And also, guys, some of the labels are attached to sellotape that seals them, so if you don't know what they are and you throw away the sellotape, you're not going to know what you're using, and then you're probably going to forget which one you use. So the primer, the primer is like really white. It just smells like cream. It just smells like cream. So in this video today, I'm going to do one half of my face with primer and one half without, just to see how it is and how it affects the wear of the foundation. And then, as you guys know, is that tingling? Anyway, yeah, so I will be doing a check-in, I will be doing a wear test. So she also gave me 2 powders. Again, they're so badly packaged. It's like once you rip the sellotape off that seals them, you don't even know what you're putting on. But anyway, this is number 7 and this is apparently number 1. I will open the powders properly when I need to apply powder. But anyway, I think the foundations will be safe for my face. I'm not getting any kind of like burning sensation or anything like that. So without further ado, I'm just going to go grab a new memory card because I feel like we're going to be here for a while, and then we can begin. Okay, so like I said, these are the 3 foundation shades that I got. The closest one that will match me is Fair. The one that is too dark is Latte. So I think I'm going to use, I don't even know which one this is now. I'm going to use Light as a contour or bronzer because that is very brown. I don't know any fair person in this whole entire world that has an undertone that, like, this is orange. Like, yes, she said that you can use them as foundations and or correctors, which I think is kind of cool that you can use them as both. And then one of the claims on her website that her foundation states is that you don't need concealer, which is a bit of a claim, but anyway. So what I'm going to do is I will apply it with a brush, and then if I need to, blend it out with a sponge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the primer with on half, so I'm gonna apply it on this half of my face and see what happens. Feel anything in specific. Just feels like I literally just put on moisturizer. Anyway, so that's the one half of the face. Let's go in with the foundation. So the one that I'm going to go in with is called, like I said, Light. And I'm just going to, now, this will be too dark for me, I can already tell. So I'm just going to dot it everywhere. I swear to God, if I break out for fucking Christmas, I'm going to lose my mind. Why do I do this to myself? I think the title of this video should be Testing Out Perfect Shade Cosmetics That You Don't Have to. Okay, so this is like the average foundation that I would put on my face. Like this is kind of what I would do. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out with a brush. This is from Real Techniques. Kind of like a thick consistency, but it's still blending out nicely. Why is this swatch so orange on my hand and then I put it on my face and it kind of matches? Okay. I think it's matching. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Just gonna put 1 or 2 dots on my face. And then I'm also going to put some on my eyes because you can apparently use it as a concealer. Really intense, so it has good coverage, which I know that, you know, her brand is known for, is the good coverage. But it's a really close match. Like I would say maybe it was half a shade too dark. Like it doesn't match. Like I can see that I'm wearing foundation. Like this is intense coverage, and it looks fine on the skin. Like it looks nice. I wouldn't say there is a huge difference from the primer side to the non-primed side. Like it looks the same. Like I wouldn't say that it made the makeup look better, but it might have an effect on the longevity of the wear, but we will see that later. So the powders, they look pretty much the same. I think number 7 is lighter than number 1. I don't know if the lighting is, anyway, they both look like they could be fine, but anyway. So this is what, if I tip it over too much, it will spill, but that's kind of what the powder looks like. Again, no branding whatsoever on the thing. So I don't know if it's an HD powder or like a, like I don't know what it is because there's no branding on it. But anyway, I'm also going to set my eyeballs and around my face, my cheeks. Like I just don't understand how it swatched so badly and blended out so beautifully. Like this is so strange. Okay, so the powder is really fine, which is nice. So it's not like a chunky powder. yeah, the powder looks like a normal powder. It's not typically refining or pore minimizing or anything, but I'm gonna set my forehead here because it's looking a bit like dewy. So I'm just gonna set this area. And I don't typically set my whole face, so I'm not gonna do that because it's not what I typically do. I want to do what I typically do in a foundation. Okay, so this foundation isn't matte, like it's, I don't know if it's still drying, but the coverage is pretty good. I didn't use a corrector, so you can, like, if you look really close, you could still see like a bit of the purple breakouts, which are typically more harder to correct because they're not red, they're like underlying post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which is quite difficult to cover on its own. But I'm sure if I added a bit more coverage from the foundation on there, you would be pretty much covered. But guys, it's looking nice. I don't have any complaints, only that it just feels a bit heavy. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad because you will want to get coverage out of this if you're wanting to use a foundation like this. But I'm just gonna go ahead and apply just on where there's like a bit of the purple breakouts, so that it conceals them a bit more. Yeah, that's looking a bit better. Okay, so because the one foundation shade is like literally the darkest thing I've ever seen in my whole life for a fair person, I'm not going to use the orange one. I'm going to use this one that's called Light, which in my opinion is the complete opposite of Light. I don't know if they have any lightest shades. Like, I don't feel like this is even the lightest shade. Like, I feel like there are a lot more shades in between here than what we should have. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pop some just where I usually contour and bronze. A lot darker. I don't know what it is with these shades. They're like, you swatch them and they just don't look like they do on the skin. This is a very, very slight bronzing. It's a really natural bronze. It's not really a bronzer, should I say. But I will go in with some powder products just to see how they look on the skin. I'd be very interested to see how this foundation wears. Usually heavier foundations tend to crease a lot more than normal. But I'm just going to throw on some highlighter, and it's quite hot today in Durban today. So we'll also see how like that wears with this heat and stuff. I'm noticing some creasing in my forehead, but that literally happens with every foundation. Ooh, this little foundation on here. So I'm not really like bothered by that. Like, it's not like a make or break for me, but if it doesn't crease, you know, it's a bonus, if I could say that. I'm just going to apply a bit more powder because that usually helps with the creasing, but I don't want to apply too much powder. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do like my brows off camera and put on mascara so that I look like a half decent person. And then I will check in with you guys in a few hours. I'm going to try and keep this foundation on as like long as possible. It just feels heavy. It doesn't feel like a lightweight foundation. But before I head off, it looks nice. It looks really, really nice. It's dewy. But it looks nice, and the coverage isn't bad. So I will see you guys in a bit. Hi guys, I'm back. So it is currently 9 o'clock and I've had the foundation on since about 11:30. So you could call it like nearly 10 hours of wear, which is like a standard, I think, review for me when I wear foundations. If it's good after 4 or 5 hours, it's usually that's how it's gonna stay, depending on your skin and obviously your skin and how your skin wears your foundation. So if I have a look at my skin, you guys, it looks good. Like, I definitely do look a lot more shinier. And I did have dinner, and then I put a napkin because I messed some food on my chin. So it didn't take it off completely, but you can kind of see that there is now less coverage on my chin area. I do seem to have produced quite a bit of oil today. It was a bit humid in Durban. I was cleaning the house, prepping for Christmas tomorrow. So a little bit of sweat and oil to peek through. I do have a bit of the foundation settling in my frown lines. Not so much in my laugh lines, and a little bit of cakiness on my nose, which happens with every single foundation, but those are not necessarily things I critique on because they happen in majority of them. But the coverage still seems to be like it hasn't faded or anything like that. The only thing that I will say, which I found really odd, is my waterproof Wet n Wild mascara that I use all the time. It transferred a bit, which doesn't happen with any of my other foundations. So either the powder is not strong enough, or the concealer is maybe it has too much oil inside of the foundation to use as a concealer. So if I were to use this foundation again from the sample, I would use a regular concealer instead of the foundation, because it's quite a thick consistency and it is quite creamy, and if you do touch it, you will get a bit of transfer onto your fingers, which is, again, it's not really a train smash. Most foundations do. But that being said, I will give you guys a close-up of the foundation. I do have like my main studio lighting on and my studio lighting, and I'm looking back, it's quite a harsh light. But I will do some close-ups for you guys so you guys can see what the foundation looks like up front and how it's worn and all that kind of stuff. So if I just zoom you guys in, you'll be able to see foundation is on its glory. So this is my chin and my cheek area, and then this is my forehead and my eye area, my chin. Just with the studio lights off, I don't know if there's a difference in what you're seeing, but yeah, this is the foundation. I will say it definitely did look a lot better during the day. Like it looked a lot better when I first put it on, like every foundation. But to me, an important foundation and how good it looks is reflective of how long it wears, and it still looks decent. Like, it doesn't look terrible. Oh, also, I actually primed this part of my face, but I don't see a difference, by the way. So the primer, I don't really think it's as good of a product. Both of my sides look equally the same. Like, there's no difference in pore size or texture or anything like that. So I think the primer was a bit of a marketing scheme, if I can put that lightly. Let's chat about like morals and values and ethics. So as much as I like this one, okay, wait, before I get there, I asked a few of my family members' opinion on how my skin looked. So my mom said that in the day it looked quite heavy and quite cakey. She said that the fullness and the heaviness of the foundation reminded her of the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So if any of you guys have used the Estee Lauder Double Wear, you will find that it is a very strong coverage and very hectic looking foundation. My brother said that my skin looked nice. My boyfriend said I looked normal. And then towards the end of the evening, my mom said that my skin still looks good, and she said that this is more of a nighttime foundation. It's way too heavy for during the day and stuff, which I kind of agree. This I typically, like, I know that I need the coverage because I have a lot to cover, but I still honestly opt for light to medium coverages during the day just because it's too much in my opinion. But for nighttime, I think this is a great nighttime foundation, and I think it will last you quite a long time if you're going out on the town. Not so much now because of our restrictions, but if you're looking for a long-wearing foundation and you want to support this brand, then by all means. But anyway, let's go back to what I was saying about morals and values. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, there's been a lot of fire and heat behind this brand, and for good reason. Like, consumers deserve honest and truthful products and services, and brands need to have that type of integrity. So like I was saying, as much as this foundation I like, would I repurchase it if it was another brand? Yes. Would I repurchase it as Perfect Shade Cosmetics? No. Purely because I, as a consumer, never mind that I'm a makeup artist, the brand and what they represent and how they go about their business and their social media presence and their online presence, all that kind of thing, it needs to speak to me on a good level. Like, I don't want to use products from a brand that attack people that give opposite reviews, or attack people that bring up past issues, or blatantly call out them and say that they're suing and say that they're doing all of these crazy outlandish stuff. It's not what I believe in as a business owner. I'm not that type of person who agrees with that type of business. So like I said, I think this is a great foundation. I think that the product is a good product, but I wouldn't buy it. If you're looking at this review and you're interested in this product and you don't care about Shiloh's past and you don't care about the shady business and the rebranding and the lying and the lawsuits and the attacking and all the social media negativity, you're gonna love this foundation. And if that's what you pay attention to and you only care about the product and the product itself and how the product performs, I'm not here to judge you. We're consumers, we're allowed to have opinions on what we think is right and what we resonate with, and unfortunately this brand is just not something that I resonate with. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's review, and if you've used their product and you love it and you watch this video and you are wanting to attack me, you can attack me all you want. It's really not going to affect this review. It's been posted, it's been edited. Like, this is what it is. This is the review, and if you love the foundation, that's awesome. So glad you loved it. And if you love Shiloh's brand, awesome. So glad you love her brand. But please no negativity in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and please leave any of your thoughts below. I'd love to hear what you guys think, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you never miss a video from me. And I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas and an awesome New Year if you guys are celebrating, of course, and I will see you guys in my next video in 2021. Bye.